Hi, guys. Hope you're doing well today. This is Fred and Sheila with Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures and FS Investigates.
Hey, guys, it's Fred and Sheila. Thanks for joining us. Guys, this is probably going to be our last video for a while on Sebastian. Yeah. Do we always take everyone at their word when children are missing? Guys don't ever take people at their word for hardly anything anymore. People just, it seems like fibbing and lying has just become part of everyday. Back in the old days, especially in the mountains where we're from, a man's word was his bond.
Yep.
A handshake was his signature.
Right.
You didn't need to sign a
paper or whatever.
Peace treaty. You shook hands. Do people leave their phones at home on purpose so they can't be tracked? Of course. Everybody knows your phone's pinged off different towers, and of course you'd leave your phone at home. Guys, we're going to show you one picture here of a garbage truck. This is the truck like picks mine and Sheila's garbage up every Friday.
Is it this?
This is our garbage truck, right? It ain't ours, but this is one like ours.
Right.
The guy gets out of the truck. He comes to the back. He hooks the Herbie up to the back of the truck, and he dumps the garbage can. Now, when he dumps that garbage can, he's looking down at your garbage. He can see if there's an arm laying out, a leg laying out, something's come through a garbage bag. He can see that because he's looking at it.
Right.
That's the kind of garbage truck we got. Now she's going to show you a video.
Okay.
We could be wrong. You guys, please correct us if we're wrong. But from what we've been told, this is the kind of garbage truck that Katie and Chris has in their area. We don't know neither. You can go back.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'll tell you where you can go to. Go to the landfill.
Okay, the video on that one.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it here. Just a second. Because we have...
Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Sumner County investigators continue searching for leads in the disappearance of 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers.
Today, search crews traveled to a landfill in Hopkins County, Kentucky. It's where trash from Sebastian's neighborhood goes for disposal.
The teen has been missing for 10 days now, and despite a large search effort, officials say there are still no signs of Sebastian. News 2's Adam Mincer is live at the landfill with more today. Adam.
Haley, we just heard a short while ago from the Sumner County Sheriff telling us more specifically that they spoke to the person who picked up Sebastian Rogers' trash that day he went missing 10 days ago, and that person told them exactly where that he dropped off the trash from that neighborhood. And that's where they've been searching all day. You can see over my left shoulder, there's a little bit of a tarp. It's in that area that we saw crews up until about 30 minutes ago. They've been here all day for about 6 or 8 hours total. I saw about 20 people. Let me actually show you a little bit earlier what happened. We have some drone video of that moment. There was about 20 or so people from Sumner County searching that area closely, and we saw them actually shifting through.
Okay, guys, you've got a whole hillside there. Let's just stop it right here a second. You've got a whole hillside there. Now, this is the 11th day. He's done been missing 10 days. This is the 11th day.
Okay.
Now, they know exactly where that garbage was at from 11 days earlier, where that garbage truck dumped that.
Okay.
but it's covered over with dirt, straw, all these different things. They've got to go through it and try to skim. No doubt they have probably, I don't see one, but no doubt there's a cadaver dog there. Guys, you've got garbage. I don't care how you're trained. You've got garbage. And especially if you've got a body that by now, 11 days later, is scattered or in pieces or eat up. You've got a whole mountain there, even if it's in that general area. Now, I've heard people say and condemning the sheriff's department, oh, they're corrupt. Oh, they're corrupt and all this and that. Now, I don't think people's as corrupt sometimes as people makes mistakes or people don't do what they probably should have done at the time. Again, this is 11 days later. A good question to have asked that morning is, when did your trash run? Oh, it just ran today. Get on that radio and say, pull over that truck and let's look in it.
Yeah.
It's done. It's over with. There's never a doubt. See, a while ago, we talked about that dog with that footprint, barefooted footprint, but the other guy wanted to know what size shoe he wore. Shoe wouldn't have nothing to do with it if he's barefoot, but we're thinking, oh, he's up at the pond. So if he's at the pond, that would rule this out. But if he's not at the pond, if that was a false read, how do we know he's not here? Well, they say later on, they just done this as a precautionary thing, and they didn't find him. How do we know? Do you think that people can really search the exact spot and find a body in truckloads and truckloads and truckloads of trash? I've done this. I have been there. Go ahead.
Okay.
You can try to find it there.
Okay.
Remember that. Just see if you can find it. I've done that. I've done it with excavators where they've rode over. We've also found bodies with cadaver dogs. Thank you, babe. Yeah, it's on the there. There I am. I don't know if y'all can read that. She'll put it in there. That's me as a detective right there with my hand on my hip. That's the local coroner beside of me, and to the right of him, the guy in the blue coveralls holding a shovel is the state medical examiner here in Kentucky at the time. There's the excavator, and we're actually looking for a body. That's not the first time. That was just one time. Not many more. But of course, we didn't find him. He was in the garbage. They had buried this old man that they robbed and killed and shot in a garbage dump. What's in garbage dumps? Maggots. How long does it take? No time. We didn't find him. No more than they found him here. Now, was Sebastian here? We don't know. Still don't know. We will never know.
Right.
Because we've still got the pond. We've still got the flashlights. We've still got the car that pulls up. We still don't know if he made it home from the steakhouse. Can we believe everything that Katie said, that she actually talked to him that night? Somebody took the garbage out beside the road. Somebody pushed the garbage out. She says it was him. Was it him? We don't know. We don't want to speculate forever, but two choices. It could have been him or it could have been her.
Well, they were the only two there.
He may have had something to do with the garbage, but he may not have been the one doing the pushing. Am I speculating? Of course. What other lack of information leads to speculation? I can't ask her. I can't look at her and say, Katie, who took the garbage out? We won't go into the whole thing in case we ever do get a talk, but I don't think we're ever going to get a talk to her. That don't mean God ain't going to handle this. But in closing, go ahead and play the rest of that.
Okay. See what they say.
Through the trash, using machinery to get through it as well. It seems like those people in those machinery are gone now. We spoke to the sheriff's office a short while ago. They say that their original plan was to keep searching until it gets dark. We're about at that time right now, and we have no updates if they found anything at all so far today. Now, as you were talking about, this is a precautionary move that they decided to make. They said that they're looking here just to make sure that they've covered all the possible questions and options about where Sebastian might be, but it seems as we go into an 11th day, the search will continue. Live in Hopkins County, Adam Mintzer, News 2.
You know, some people and some, I'm retired now, so I don't report to nobody in law enforcement, and I say what all I can tell you there is, I don't know that anybody's corrupt, but I know that was sloppy police work. Said they just want to cover their bases. Covering their bases 11 days later, I'm sorry, that's unforgivable. That is one place that could have been ruled out. Had an investigator, a detective, even the next day, even 3 days later. We're talking 11 days later.
Yeah.
And they say, we just wanted to cover all of our bases. Nothing was found. It's never going to be found if that's where he's at. And that's why we say, other than God putting on somebody's heart and burdening them, we're never going to know.
Yeah.
We're never going to know where he's at. Just the way that it is at this point. You wait 11 days to follow a garbage truck. That's unexcusable. I'm sorry. I don't want to harp on it because the sheriff's department takes enough heat from Seth and other people.
That's right.
And I don't think they should share their case with Seth. You know, Seth says, I heard him on TV the other day, and he says, they won't share their case with me. They won't share their information. So they should share who they're interviewing so we don't interview the same people. Well, there's a solution to that. Sorry to get loud. Sorry to get loud, but there's a solution. Okay. Seth, anybody that comes to you and wants to be interviewed or has any information, send them to
the police.
The police.
Yeah.
Send them to law enforcement.
Yeah.
Send them to somebody else. You don't have to interview them. What's your interviewing credentials? What is your credentials for interviewing or interrogating anybody? Anybody that comes to you with any type of information shouldn't be talking to you. They should be sent to law enforcement. So that's not a valid excuse that you're dogging the sheriff's department for because they won't share their information with you. Or is there another scenarios? Please add yours below in event in comments. There's no stupid questions. You know, the scenarios that Sheila and I have come up with so far, everybody on YouTube and the news, they say, oh, there was flashlights out there. Well, one YouTube channel, private investigator, said it's somebody in wait for Sebastian. A YouTube creator, guys, I'll tell you what, YouTube creators, YouTube people are some smart people out there. And he says, boy was catching his cat. Another neighbor's kid was getting his cat. Mm-hmm. We don't know. Tar lights down the street. Some people says, oh, that was the garbage trucks. Some people said, no, that was a vehicle. Wait. You can see people walking up here. You can see my hearing and my eyesight's about as good as my back. So car lights. Mm-hmm. Construction site. Mm-hmm. What about the construction site? Sheila, when we was there, she was all over that place trying to look in drain pipes.
Yeah.
She was wanting to go to all these drains. Maybe he fell in a drain. Maybe he's down in one of these pipes.
These manholes or whatever.
Yeah, manholes.
Whatever it is, yeah.
The construction site. They said the construction site didn't even quit working with the excavators and hauling dirt and moving dirt. Was he never returned home? Was he? Now, somebody said that there was a video on her dash cam that showed him in there with her when they got home. That's great.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
If that's true, that's great. We haven't seen it.
Right.
We don't need to see it as long as the police has got it. Mm-hmm. But if the police ain't got something like that, we question whether he ever made it home. That's why Sheila was asking, did she go through a license plate reader in one direction, then come back another, or go here? For what purpose?
How long did it take her to get from point A to point B from the steakhouse to her house? And is that normally the path that she takes?
Did he run away? Did he actually run away? Barefooted? Barefooted again. Sometimes people forget, and a pair of shoes is there that's not missing. If he was in his room and he's barefooted, makes me think if all three of his pair of shoes is there, if that's what he had, if you can believe everybody, again, you can't believe everything everybody tells you. But if his shoes was there, if something happened in the house and him and mom got in a fight or a struggle and he fell and got hurt or worse than that and was put in the garbage and hauled off, he wouldn't have had his shoes on. I don't know that, guys. I'm speculating. Nothing but speculation, and I have no reason. I'm telling you from cases that I've worked. I want to get to something here in a minute. This is going to be a long video. We may divide it into two.
Yeah, I think we'll have to.
Not premeditated, but accidental. A fit of anger or recklessness, negligence, carelessness. Anything could happen. That's what it seems more like to me. Just like not Sebastian, but Jaden's mother said that we don't know. We haven't seen the autopsy.
Right.
She says that she overdosed them, that she gave them too much meds.
Sleeping meds.
Is that possible? Is it possible with Sebastian? Sebastian was on medication from what I hear.
We don't know what kind, but yeah.
Was he over-medicated maybe? Was he in a fit of anger and got in a physical confrontation with his mother? We don't know, no more than you know. Katie could answer those questions for us. She don't have to answer them for us. She can answer them for police, and she probably already has.
Yep.
Fighting and fell and hit his head in an accident, but somebody panicked. Who knows? Guys, you can pick your poison. If Sebastian's no longer with us,
Too long.
I'm sitting too long.
Yep.
May have to get up. Okay, we'll just cut this out.
Okay.
No, I think it's yesterday. I hurt last night.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
There's only one person. If he's no longer with us, there's only one person. If it was him and Katie, I'm talking hypothetical. She's the only one left that knows what happened.
Yeah.
Now, I said the other night, if Sheila ever done anything, I'd be there for her. And I said that for a purpose, in case somebody, just like Josh was there for Felicia, Chris very well may have been there for Katie. We don't know.
Right.
And guys, Katie and Chris both may be as innocent as the driven snow. But I'm just talking hypothetically that if she's the only one that was there, she can say whatever she wants. She can tell a defense attorney anything she wants. He was out of control. I tried to get him to calm down. He hit his head. Accidental death happens.
Yeah.
It happens, especially special needs children.
Yeah.
The mistake was that I panicked and I did this or that, because we had other referrals on us. We was afraid people would look at those referrals and think we done something wrong. I don't know. I'm just talking to anybody that hypothetically. Defense attorney can help. Ourselves, we don't really care. We just want Sebastian. We don't care at this point. We people may not have no more malice in their heart than nothing. It could very well been an accident, just a sad, bad accident.
Things happen.
And it's where things escalate, things grow to a lie. A lie grows and grows and grows. And the guilty party can do community service for all we care. We don't care. We just want Sebastian accounted for.
Right.
To the perp or perpetrators, this is your game. You hold all the cards, as our president would say. But, as Bob Barker would say,
let's make a deal.
A good prosecutor would say, let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. A good prosecutors don't always have to have the moon. Lock them up and throw away the key. Fry them. You don't always. Sometimes you got to go. Just like the prosecutor in Mark Putnam's case, the FBI agent. They come up, I think it was Title 11 or something they did, where they dealt that if in case they didn't accept his deal, a prosecutor and a defense attorney can talk hypothetically, but if they didn't agree on it, they couldn't use nothing that was said against Mark. And that's the same way. There's something that can be worked out where everybody's, when Sebastian comes home.
Right.
If he's in a dump, they know where they searched that last time. Go get him. You have something we want, and the police and prosecutor will make a deal. They're great defense attorneys out there. They can help. Don't cover for the other person. Do the right thing. Guys, is it going to be 5 years from now? 10 years? Someday a divorce comes up. Chris been married 5 years. I've been divorced 5 times, they said. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it going to be another one in another year or 2 or 5 years? And all of a sudden, one of them gets mad or angry. And if they do know anything about this,
Right.
I'm talking as a civilian. I'm talking as Fred McCoy. I'm talking as a citizen, a father. I'm talking hypothetically. Why had Chris been gone almost a whole month? Was he afraid of all the complaints? We don't know.
Right.
You know, Chris,
right.
I think Chris said he told somebody on there that he'd been gone since the 4th of February. He wouldn't
Yeah.
tell them why. He didn't speculate, but he had been gone, I think, the whole month. Why is that? What's the deal there? Anybody remember the Susan Smith case? Remember Susan Smith that drove her kids off into the water? What'd she do that for? Let's see how quiz.
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. Thanks, bud. What'd Susan Smith drive her kids off into the lake for? To go ahead, Sheila.
She had a boyfriend.
She had a boyfriend, and her boyfriend didn't want.
He didn't want kids.
Her boyfriend didn't want kids. She knew she was going to lose her boyfriend if she didn't do something with those kids. So she forsake her kids.
Wow.
Drove them off in the pond, let them drown because she wanted that boyfriend. So Susan got rid of the kids. I'm not saying that's what happened here.
Right, right.
I'm thinking out loud.
You're saying things happen, so
thinking out loud. Could that have happened again? Chris has had complaints filed on him. He's aggravated. He's wanting to get his daughter. Hypothetically, thinking out loud. Is that wrong of a person to at least think and ponder on things that people make mistakes?
Sure.
Not condemn anymore. We just want Sebastian. I'm not condemning nobody. No more. Guys, after this video, or 2 videos, we may separate it in half, and we may just throw the whole thing out and leave it. But after this video, Sheila and I we're going to turn it over to God.
That's right.
And God is going to have his glory from this when he wants it in due time. We're not going to do nothing to change God's course. We've asked God, we've prayed to God, and we're going to continue to pray and hope everybody else does.
Right.
Read some of these comments on there about
praying.
People thanking God.
They're agreeing with us and saying amen and glory be to the Lord, to God. And so people are talking about God, which is awesome.
And he loves it.
Praying.
And he loves it.
That is awesome. So good job.
And God loves it.
Yes. You're giving him the glory.
Show the 3 photos of the house.
Okay. Just a second here. Let me find those.
Let's see if any of y'all can help us here.
Here's one. Do you want to go to this one? Or do you want to go to this one first? Okay. Let's do this one first. Okay.
Notice anything about this picture, guys? Look at that picture real good. Does anything stand out to you in that picture? How about them little pretty bushes there? How about that porch light on? More specific, how about that ADT sign in the front? ADT detection. When was that? When was that picture taken? Because we don't know.
Right,
baby?
right. Exactly. We have no idea.
We don't know. Show another one.
Here's some more, so you all can be the judge of that.
When was this? There it is, a little bit closer.
See that?
And one more.
And
was this before?
See, there it is. It's a little bit blurry there, guys, but it's where we zoomed in.
Was this before Sebastian disappeared? Was this while Sebastian was there? Was this after Sebastian had left? Go ahead, Punk. We're back. We don't know, guys.
Exactly.
We don't know. You know, the thing about it is, I don't know. Sheila and I used to install, we had a little side business one time putting alarms in.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we've had in our house, before we sold our house, we always had alarms.
Right.
That alarm will tell you what time that door was open,
Yep.
what time that door was closed.
Yep. What time the
You can
alarm
look
was
at your
set.
phone, what time the
Unset.
alarm was set.
What time it was unset. If the alarm is going off.
So when
You'll
was
hear
that?
that, yeah.
ADT? Was that, has it got nothing to do? Has it got no, Sheila says, maybe it ain't got no relevance to Sebastian. Maybe it was before they ever bought the house.
Right.
Maybe it was, somebody said they've sold the house now. Maybe it's since they sold the house and somebody,
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
maybe somebody said they put one in after Sebastian disappeared.
Right.
And we said that's like closing the gate after the cow gets out.
Mm-hmm.
Does ADT log sheet shows open and closing? Without insulting one, just go to YouTube and see the videos where Chris and Seth go off on people and on each other.
Mm.
Then imagine being a child and dealing with this type of anger issues on either man. Doesn't make them guilty of having anything to do with a missing child. It doesn't make them guilty, and we're going to show you that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine being a special needs child already, and things get you excited more than a normal child. And you're dealing with at least two men. I don't know what Katie's disposition is, but two men with tempers like they got.
Some kids don't like noise.
And we're to think that they never went off on Sebastian. They never acted like that with Sebastian. Are we to think that? A person's past often predicts their future. Seth says, turn it over to the FBI. Guys, I don't know. I seen where the FBI pitched in on the reward, but I don't know that the FBI has jurisdiction until there's something dealing with a kidnapping or across state lines or something. Maybe somebody else. I mean, like I said, federal law's a lot different.
Right.
They may be assisting the sheriff's office on their request, which would be great.
Yeah.
But Seth says we want them to take over the case. They may not have jurisdiction to take over the case unless it's carried over, and we think Sebastian's in another state or what they
carried over a state line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kidnapping. Yeah.
Yeah. Seen burglaries, hired to rob houses. Somebody on that first or second video when we was questioning the stepfather, because everybody was saying, talk to Seth, talk to Seth, talk. And then we research Seth and we see things, and we see where the sheriff says nobody's ruled out, nobody's cleared. Everybody was saying, everybody was saying, talk to Seth. I'm sorry, the real dad. And then they say, you don't suspect Seth. He was at work. He's on camera. He's clocked in. Guys, I've worked cases where people would go to PTA meetings, school meetings. They would go to work. They would go to wherever there was video cameras at in the mall or anywhere they could to be seen, knowing that somebody was at their house, burglarizing their house, taking all their belongings out so they could file a burglary report, a theft report, and collect the insurance for the diamonds, for their knives, for their guns. It happens. I've seen cases where people was at meetings or on tapes or places where they knew that security cameras were at, and they were going to be in those cameras. That's called an alibi.
Right.
While somebody else was at their house, setting their house on fire. An arsonist setting this person's house on fire while they're on camera somewhere else so they can collect insurance. And then they want to get mad at me because I say, or the sheriff says, nobody's been cleared. Everybody's still a suspect. I don't care if you're on camera or not. How many people have you seen on TV where they've hired somebody to kill their wife or kill their husband, and then they go to work or they go somewhere on video where No, I was at the gym. Go look at the gym video. I was at the gym working out. But they happened to be talking to an undercover police officer and paid him to kill their husband, thinking they was going to be covered.
Yep.
So when you say somebody was on camera or somebody was here or there, I don't put a lot of stock in it. I'm sorry. Nothing against Seth.
Right.
Seth very well working, very well don't have the first thing to do with this, just like Katie nor Chris. All three of these people may be as innocent as Fred McCoy or Sheila. I don't know.
I agree.
Sheila may have something to.
No.
They may be innocent, guys. And we don't mean nothing. We're not saying nothing personal. We don't mean nothing personal towards them. They can get mad at us. I can understand that. If they're real loving parents of their child and knowing we mean no malice, we mean no harm in saying this. We're just speaking our piece so they can help rule themselves out of this investigation. They can be cleared. People hire people to kill their spouse for life insurance policies and go get on camera to have an alibi. What better alibi than to be on a camera somewhere?
Yep.
Good investigator says anything's possible. A good investigator never rules nothing out. You don't rule nothing out. Anything is possible. Can't rule nothing out until you're positive. Why should a police department be sharing information with a possible suspect? They shouldn't.
don't.
They shouldn't. Seth shouldn't get mad over that. He should realize that. Instead of dogging the very sheriff's department that's trying to help find your son, find all the evidence you can, call them, give it to them, get all the witnesses or anybody that knows anything, give it to them.
Yeah.
If you know anything on anybody else, tell it. Sometimes people knows things on each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes people knows things on each other, and I'll get mad and I'll say this and I'll say that, but I won't cross that line. Because if I cross that line and tell something on you, you're liable to cross that line.
Tell it on me.
Come back and tell something on me.
Right.
Some of these people Seth and Katie was married for 8 years.
Yeah.
At least 8 years that I think.
Yeah, I think that's what the paper said.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just throwing that out there. Seth says doesn't want to double up on leads, so the sheriff needs to fill him in on and talk to him and tell him what's going on so they won't talk to the same people, interview the same people. You're not a cop, Seth. You shouldn't be interviewing nobody. Okay. Tell everyone that gives you leads to get in contact with the detective in charge or the sheriff, the FBI or TBI.
Yeah.
That settles it. Now you shouldn't have to be talking to nobody no more. Finding old videos of Sebastian when child, or are the videos and older photos. Guys, I could be wrong. Could be so wrong, and I'm not. I was going through people's pages and different things, and I see Seth got at least three videos of Sebastian, a little bitty fella, putting on a school play. Yeah. Little bitty fella, 3 videos. The only big picture I see of him is on his missing persons poster. Katie's got a couple pictures she took that night of him, and I see a couple pictures along the line. But as children, as parents, and phones readily available, just took a picture of myself. Most people's got hundreds of pictures on their phones of their kids. Very well may have. That's something for law enforcement. Check their phones. See how much this kid was loved. See the overwhelming amount of photographs taken of this young man, this boy.
Right.
This boy. He's not a young man yet. Sometimes not a question. Sometimes it's not the questions asked as much as it is the way it's asked, or the way a person acts when they're given the answer to it. What Katie said about the doctors, teachers, and CPS is not true. Somebody wrote us. on the comments.
Yeah.
This is decades old. I dare you to talk about Seth like that and show them DVO things that Katie said. Katie lied. It's been proven. Okay. And I posted it 3 or 4 times, been proven. Show us, please show everybody, because we show records.
Yeah.
We show the records.
Yeah.
Show us where it was proven. Show us where it was dismissed. Show us anything. Otherwise, all you're doing is speaking into history. And you'd be surprised how many people out there believes anything they hear.
Yeah.
You said it. Must be true. Fred said he had a whole head full of hair. You got to believe him. You know, Katie also said that a doctor had prescribed therapy for him for PTSD from being mistreated from his dad. That's what she said.
And those were
Teacher filed a complaint with CPS, and CPS had investigated it. Now, this person said that's a lie. That none of that is true. Well, hard to get. HIPAA with the doctor. The Child Protective Services is going to cover the teacher and their investigation. So it's hard to get. But I'll tell you who can get it is the police. The police have subpoena powers.
Sure.
They can file a subpoena. They can get it. And they can see if she's telling the truth or not. Now, this person says that's a lie. Seth has never been charged with a CPS. Seth can say anything, but police will know the truth.
Yeah.
However, remember, Seth admits in one video.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. Let's play that video, Sheila. Now, this person said it's a lie. Seth's never been investigated or had a referral to Child Protective Services.
Well,
See what Seth says about it. Take your time, baby.
Yeah. Well, we've got some. Oh, there was.
No hurry.
No, it does have some cussing in it,
Can
guys.
you share what that was related to, or is that?
My son went to school and told his teacher that I beat his ass. And when CPS showed up, I was like, I told him to clean his room or I was going to bust his butt. Did you bust his butt? No, he cleaned his room. There was the threat of a butt whooping.
Right.
You know? And he was like, well, he said that you were going to beat him. And I'm like, wow, okay. So when he came home, I literally turned on Mortal Kombat and I turned the blood action on. And I showed him what a beatdown was. Through video games. I was like, you see all that blood and everything, son? That's a beatdown. I was going to bust your butt. Come on. Really? He was like, I'm sorry, Dad.
I bet he did. I bet he did. I bet he was sorry.
Yeah.
I bet he was probably scared. 6 years old. That's a beatdown. I'm sorry. And I say I wasn't going to do this when I get on here, and I'm trying to.
Yeah. There you go.
Guys, you can say what you want. For you people that's on their comment, and go back and look at your comments, it's a lie. Seth has never had a CPS complaint filed on him. What'd Seth just say? A referral? What Seth? He just said when CPS showed up, I told him I was going to beat his ASS.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's referral. CPS doesn't just knock on your door and say, I just thought I'd stop in, see if anything's going on. They don't do that. CPS, social services, respond to referrals, complaints. So you guys that said that Seth has never had a referral, has never had CPS involved in his life over Sebastian, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. The proof is in Seth himself. Thank you, JLR. I think is where we got that.
Where we heard that at.
We heard that at JLR Investigates.
Yep.
After CPS left, he showed Sebastian a video on the bloody mode of what a beatdown really was. 6 years old, guys. 6-year-old kid. So I would think that would confirm that at least one CPS complaint or referral was filed. Seth gets so upset when he has to hear these things, somebody said. Somebody else wrote in the comments and they said, Seth was on a videotape. He's at work. He's clocked in. He didn't have nothing to do with the disappearance of Sebastian. He doesn't know nothing about it. Guys, O.J. Simpson got upset when his wife was murdered. O.J. Simpson said he was looking for his wife till the day he died. And that was the other part of that. They said Seth looks for Sebastian, and he very well may be.
I'm sure he did.
But we don't want to take nothing away from that, because to tell you the truth, guys, well, I won't say that, because I would have to say that about both parties.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just leave it out there. We'll throw it out there on the three parents, that all three parents are definitely not going to get Parents of the Year. We've done said that. But this person said Seth gets so upset when he has to hear that. And he's the only one out looking for his, guys, O.J. Simpson looked for Nicole's killer till he died. Doesn't make Seth not be true to Blue, and he's really out there looking and all that. Mm-hmm. Don't let me take nothing away. But I want to show you the other side too. You're not proving nothing to me by saying that by somebody out there looking and walking around.
There's two sides to a coin.
Ooh, I like it.
No, silly.
Not accusing. We're just saying.
Yeah.
And again, if Seth is legit, if Seth is sincere about missing his son, if Seth is sincere about not caring about, he wants to keep, I heard a while ago on a video where he said, I want to keep Sebastian in the news.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're trying our best.
Trying to. Yeah.
If you want to get mad at us for covering all bases, then let the police do their jobs. Let them look at everyone from every angle. Everyone. Everybody. Rule them out. Once they know that they're innocent and they had nothing to do with it, they'll rule them out eventually. Mm-hmm. If they're innocent. And if they're not innocent, hopefully they'll eventually charge somebody. But you know what Sheila and I are praying for? We're praying that they come forth. We're praying that if anybody's had anything to do with his disappearance that watches our videos, we're praying that they have a come to Jesus moment and they say, Lord, forgive me.
I'm done. Yeah.
Forgive me. Sometimes in an investigation, you just need to start over, guys. Yep. Somebody said, you guys, you're way behind on your videos. This stuff's been covered. That's been covered. That's fine. We see some of the videos, guys. We don't watch them all because some of them's for clicks. Some of them's for views.
Right.
We try to watch the ones with knowledge. But see, we don't care. Sometimes you have to start an investigation from the beginning.
Right, yep.
New sets of eyes. New questions. I guarantee you some of the police don't have questions like Sheila and I've got. Not that makes us any smarter or any more have any more wisdom than they got. It doesn't, but I've got 40 years experience. I've got 40 years of doing this. And some of them on missing children, some of them on things where people were so sly and so good at what they did. Even go over some of the same questions that you've asked before. Mm-hmm. Ask them the same question and see if they answer it the same way, or if it alters enough to make a difference. People forget.
Right.
Some people forget what they said before. Some people remember something else that they didn't say before that may stand out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As for the comment concerning Seth, it is the sheriff who has said multiple times, no one has been cleared.
Yeah.
And she will probably put that right here.
Any evidence of foul play?
We have not cleared anyone.
Even though this is going to be a 2-hour video, it's there for the ones of you that want.
Yeah.
It'll be there for our memories, for our files, because one day Sebastian will be found.
Yeah.
We don't know how, by who, what condition. He's coming home. But the sheriff said multiple times, no one's been cleared. You can get mad at Sheila and I if you want over our videos. The sheriff of the county, Sumner County, has said No one has been cleared. Now, some people says, oh, he's big friends with Chris and Katie. Chris and Katie's not cleared, guys.
Right.
They're not cleared. If he's big friends with him, you'd think he'd clear his friends. Keep going, law enforcement. Keep going.
Good.
FBI, the TBI, Sumner County Sheriff, all of you.
Don't give up, guys.
No. Pray about it.
Right.
Meaning the father as well as others. Seth is as much a suspect as Chris, and Chris is Seth and Katie. Why blame me? I don't know why Seth is still a possible suspect, but he is. And as long as he is, there must be a reason for it, just like with Chris and Katie. We simply do not know. That's why we continue to ask questions and pray. After hearing Seth and Chris in multiple videos, and you're going to hear them, and phone conversations and watching their demeanors, I doubt anything we say is going to bring them to tears or scar them for life. I doubt that we can say anything against Chris and Seth that's going to scare them or scar them for life, like they've never been called or said or accused or, which we're not accusing nobody.
No.
Play Seth's video where he's mad at Chris. This is just one, guys. There's multiple on both sides at each other. We're just going to play you one or two of each.
Yeah. And the language is
is bad. We're not going to cut the language out. We're all adults. We want you to hear what Sebastian, no more than likely, had to hear from a child up to when.
Okay, here we go.
If you're listening to this, I told you, you're gonna piss me the fuck off, and I don't give a fuck who knows. It's your fault. It's your and your wife's fault. You guys don't deserve to be around kids.
Now listen to that last comment. Hold right there.
Okay.
Listen to that last comment. Y'all don't deserve to be around kids, but we just want to go play the video where social services was investigating him. He says he played Mortal Kombat, bloody mode, done this and going to whoop his ASS. Katie says he hit him in the head with blood on the brain. I don't know, but we're listening to this. Y'all don't deserve to have kids. This is him taping. Could this be something Fred McCoy just beat Sheila up? I don't know why Sheila come in here and jumped on me like she did. I had no choice to defend myself. And you hear that tape. I didn't tape it.
Yeah.
But you hear that. Could that be for evidence for me to use? Could it be? I'm not saying it is or it ain't.
Yeah.
Could Seth be making a video for himself to have? If Seth is guilty of anything, would that be possible? I know some of you's going to say, oh, Seth's so innocent. Okay, go to the next one.
Okay. The next video?
Not accusing them. I'm just asking a hypothetical, guys.
Do you want Chris's?
Yeah, show Chris.
I hear this one.
That'd be fine.
This one's bad too, guys. Sorry.
They're all bad.
Communications opened back up, and I don't know.
We'll see for how long.
Yeah.
We will see. I promise you, if Bobby told Seth anything of what he's told us, Seth opens his mouth, I promise you, it will never open again.
Well, I'm just as much in the dark right now.
Wow.
Seth, with his voice, he's mad because, go ahead and play the one down here where he's talking about his voice. That's why Sheila and I, from when we done our first video, we've tried to be honest and speak our opinion and our views, because we know that Seth and Chris both, and Katie, they've been in the military, so they bound to believe in a First Amendment.
That's right.
To be honest, the only person's feelings we care about at this time is Sebastian's. 18 months later, guys, we're a year and a half. You got one to play?
Yeah, well, he said he's
Go
giving
ahead,
his son
play
a
that.
chance.
Let's get.
he was supposed to come live with me last year.
Oh, okay.
But I gave my son another chance to straighten his behavior up and actually apply himself at school, which he is fully capable of. But and he's straightened up some, but he's still coming. He's already registered for school up here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Chris and Seth don't seem to be that timid by many tapes of them going off. They don't act like babies. You know, when you made a child so scared that he pees on himself, or you make a child, a young boy, wear a diaper. That's what we've heard. We don't know. We haven't we haven't talked to nobody. That would have been one of our questions.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been one of our questions. Did he wear a diaper to school in front of his classmates? How bad was his nervous problem that he had got from the time he was a little kid, because he gets so nervous that he can't control his bladder?
Wow.
Play the video. I'm not going to
Yeah, we just did that one too.
look at Felicia and Josh. They turned on each other, hoping the same happens in this case if anybody's involved where they've got a partner or a friend or an ex or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they all fall out with each other. If they had anything to do with the disappearance of Sebastian, I hope they all fall out and each one of them starts squealing on the other. Somebody said something about the divorce papers, that they were given joint custody in the divorce. What we showed you there in that divorce paper, and Sheila circled over there, was their initials.
Yes.
I think in the initial divorce paper, could be wrong, but I think it says that Katie got custody of Sebastian. And then later on, they had wrote in a pencil or a pen that it was joint custody, and both of them had initialed it, which means that it changed somewhere down the line. Maybe they agreed that it's joint custody. If Sheriff is covering for Chris and Katie because he knows the family, why hasn't Chris and Katie been cleared?
Good point.
Is there photos of the footprints out in the yard that the officer said that he went through? Guys, 2 hours and 8 minutes. I'm so sorry.
We will divide it up into 2 videos.
Probably. This has not been meant to be for entertainment.
No.
Sebastian videos and these missing children that we do are meant for educational, to try to get the word out.
Trying to help, yeah.
And try to promote our Lord and Savior.
Definitely.
Because we know we're useless. We can't do nothing. We know the police can't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We know nobody out there can do anything except God.
Exactly. He controls
and he
it.
can do it through the people, person or persons, that knows what happened to this little fella right there.
Yeah.
He can do it. We got to pray. We got to continue to pray. And God loves, if you don't think he don't like seeing them comments, and I get a blessing from it, and Sheila gets a blessing from it.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay.
That's awesome, guys. Just keep praying that the good Lord will bring a little Sebastian home.
That's right. Guys, that's going to conclude our videos on Sebastian. Unless something else just comes up, we're not going to aggravate people to death. We're not going to hound them. Seth, Chris, Katie.
Yeah.
We're not going to hound them.
Yeah.
If they ever want to talk to us, we're still open. We would love to still talk to them. Sure. All 3 of them.
Sure.
We would love that. It would give us satisfaction. Not that we know any more than anybody else. You're up, baby.
All right, guys. We hope you're doing well this evening. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll catch you on the next one. God bless. And please pray.
God bless, guys.
Bye.